What's happening, people? How's it going? Population Nation here. Now, Gladiator 2. This is going to be a tricky one. I think some people are going to watch it and come away pleased. I like that. People who haven't seen the first one especially are going to come out thinking, they watched something fantastic. But for the people who have seen the first one, and a lot of people have it down as one of their favourite films, Russell Crowe as Maximus, was fantastic. Joaquin Phoenix, great as Commodus. The beginning scene, the battle at the beginning, just showing the scale of the army and, the formations they use and everything. Just looked fantastic, especially on the big screen. The music was very iconic at the time. I remember the main theme tune being turned into a dance track that was played everywhere. The fight scenes in the Colosseum, people loved them, the size and scope and everything. There wasn't really anything you could sort of disagree with it about, other than some historians would have some things to say. So, Gladiator 2. Is it as good as the original? Is it better? Has it, added something new or a lot more to the story? Or has it become one of these modern day sequels where they've used a lot of nostalgia, member berries, and basically just through special effects and that have improved over time, just made more spectacle. And that, I think, is the major problem with this sequel. I wrote a few notes down, actually. I mean, right from the beginning, they were, playing bits of music from the original, so straight away the member berries were there. And, it gets going pretty quickly. A battle again at the beginning. Only this time it's a sort of, the Romans are attacking by sea. So something new. But I'm not an expert on history, but I have watched and read so much about the Roman Empire. I've had a fascination with them since I was a young child, and straight away I was picking up on issues, would I say. I mean, there's some they would have had experts and that perhaps advising them, but they were obviously going for spectacle here, and it just carried on. Or it seemed to be a running theme throughout the film. Like, you'd get like a load of member berries and nostalgia, and then you'd get some like really good over the top spectacle type thing, and to me, I found it. Put it this way: by the time I get to the, say, last third of the film, I was actually getting a bit bored. It really did seem like they were taking a lot of the story beats from Gladiator 1 and just sort of re-going through it with this, but framing them the nostalgia, the member berries, and even down to things that people were saying. You know, I mean, I don't really want to make too many spoilers, but you know, what we do in life echoes in eternity, and somebody just happens to say that in this. Um, there was another thing that somebody said as well, and he's like, I swear I heard them words before. You know, I also had an issue with the fact that because, you know, it's a sequel and the first one did so well, you know, obviously they have to go one better, and they had the water battles. Well, at this point, the water battles actually they happened earlier on. By the time, you know, Gladiator 1 happens, and you know they have the tigers come up through the floor, and the last bit with the Emperor where he fights the Emperor and they're brought up through the floor with the Praetorians sort of with the shields, and they form that square to fight. And well, the Hypogeum was built after they had the sea battles, so apparently the sea battles were a thing, but because each emperor was always trying to like outdo him, sort of thing, and the water battle thing was just, I presume, a pain in the arse, expensive. A lot of the men died, and also, if I remember my history correctly, the gladiators and that were involved in it at one point were refusing to do it, sort of thing, and they actually had people, soldiers and that from the army, especially from like the artillery wing and that, you know, so they had the is it the Scorpions or something, they had them like in the Colosseum, like ringing round, so if the guys didn't actually go out and fight in the, you know, for the crowds, then the Roman artillery were there to wipe them out anyway. So, you know, and you didn't see that in this either. I know you saw them guys with you see guys with like bow and arrows, like a few of them that are like, well, pointing at the crowd half the time. But yeah, so that was a bit messed up. Acting wise, I didn't particularly like any of the actors, really, to be honest. The guy who plays Lucius, poor Moscow, I think he did a good job, but he couldn't fill Maximus's shoes, and basically that's who he's a copycat of. You know, Pedro Pascal. No, didn't like his character at all. He's been too overused now. Even Denzel Washington is Mark Maximus or something, was he? No, didn't like him. It was really weird. People were just being a bit too flamboyant, and nothing seemed to be taken seriously. And No, I didn't like it. The two emperors, Gator and Caracalla. Now we do know that Caracalla was held responsible for killing his younger brother. I believe he had two brothers. But anyway, yeah. Um, and that whole scene, like, try not to give too much away, but yeah, when one of the emperors meets his demise and how it happens, um, yeah, from a historical point of view, it just seemed like that had gone out the window. The effort to uh, tie it in with the first one was just it was just off-putting, and yeah, after a while, it was nice to see Peter is it Mansire, the guy who plays Doctori Omenaeus from the Spartacus series. They put him there. I was expecting to see a couple of people out of the Spartacus TV series in this movie. Actually, I really was expecting it. So yeah, seeing him, it was good to see him there. But yeah, so I think it failed as a sequel. They sort of tried too hard to tie it into the first one, and I think that is what let the film down. They could have gone so many different routes, and make a great Gladiator 2 film, but to tie it in with Maximus and all that lot, like, it just seems stupid. You know, the first one was a bit silly from a historical point of view. You know, the Emperor would have, well, Commodus did fight in the arena, but as we know, it was always rigged in his favour anyway. But from the rest of the other things, you know, you wouldn't get near the Emperor, Emperors in this case. And they just come off very childish and stuff. No, so they could have done some based on a completely different era of the Roman Republic or the Empire. I mean, they could have made a film introducing completely new characters based on an historical fact in the opening games. The two gladiators that were like the main battle at the end, the main fight, the main thing. And they won their freedom. It's a true story. That would have made a great film. But instead, like I say, they've tried to tie it in with the Gladiator one. They've just upped the ante with the spectacle, but like I say, it completely trashes actual history. The characters and the story was just a knockoff of the same one, even down. Well, like I said, I don't want to spoil it too much. Yeah, they really did. Go overboard, to be honest, to remind you of the original. I didn't really know what else to say. I think if you really wanted to watching it on the big screen, it definitely would be where you want to watch it. But if you're not that keen on watching it, yeah, definitely wait for it to come out on streaming or whatever. Anyway, thanks for listening. Please like, share, make my day, and subscribe, Population Nation, and I will see you again. Take care. Thank you very much.